Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 7th episode of the second season of Zombieland Saga. And last episode, Tai, was all about her. She got to go on a bit of an adventure. I mean, it was an errand, but it essentially turned into an adventure. Getting to talk with all their friends and visit people and did make a lot of money, right? Like, there were some problems this episode, like, I mean, having to have the errand done and just kind of being in debt in general. And Tai just did her thing and solved a bunch of them and did a great job doing it. So, pretty good stuff. We also had a bit of a grave visit, and one thing I did not notice last episode was the fact that her grave was right next to the Sakura's family's grave, right? So obviously implying some kind of connection between the two. We still don't know much about Tai, despite it being a Tai focused episode. I didn't really like elaborate on Tai backstory at all. So still a lot of mystery there. That could be our first real clue on that. Maybe we'll get more of that later. But the big thing we ended off with the episode was our investigator guy that's been kind of suspicious about what's going on with Franz Shushu. Why do they look like other people? What's the deal with that? He kind of has good reason to believe that they may be zombies at this point. So where do we go with that? I'm a little bit nervous, but also curious. So let's jump on in and see what's up. 3, 2, 1, play. Are we singing? I think we're singing. Don't step on the cat. Okay. Who? Literally who? Okay, she didn't step on the cat. She stepped on a stick. I guess that's better, unless you know you're her. Specifically her glasses. Because I'm starting to get, vibes of the Sakura incident from episode 1. I think that's the wrong one. Yeah, it's blue. It's kanji for the guy. That's the wrong one. So okay, this is not what I expected at all. I'm still kind of catching up. But oh my god, she twice in one episode, and is she about to die right here? Is she? I mean, that would do it. Just big hit the head. That would do it. What a way to go. The men's bathroom. I still can't believe this is happening. And that really did sound pretty bad. So my revolution. So she can be like a new recruit for the group. I mean, I guess it's gotta be what this is. Yeah. At first, that might have been a flashback to maybe Tai or something, but I guess just have a new member. That's really unexpected. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to worry about, honestly. We just brought a dead person over here. I mean, you didn't kill her. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. There's no issue there, but oh god. So I guess she's already been zombified. It's kind of when we could see the process, but oh well. We're zombies. Why are you running away from a zombie? Yeah, moving corpse. How crazy is that? The lack of self-awareness. Looks well. He's Tai. Tai's trying to be friendly. Now is it her turn to run away? Says the talking head. Yeah. Yes, it was horrible. So, I mean, how do we deal with this? Wait, so she's not dead? He just assumed is that what's going on? Okay, I cut up now. Because that's what happened, then damn, that is a problem. He just kidnapped her. Well, there goes that. Okay, yeah, I would not have noticed her. But yeah, I guess she was. Yeah, a lot of people don't know. Maybe we kill her and have her join anyway. I was joking, let's not do anything hasty. Yeah, that's not, no, let's not. Thank you. I mean, we usually wear makeup. Yeah, yeah. Could you keep that a secret? Also, have you apologized for kidnapping her yet? What? Well, you kind of have to be dead for that. Actually, I don't know if that's a strict requirement, but well, I mean, we'll have to talk about this. Let's have a meeting, guys. What's going on in that noggin? Oh, okay. Well, I guess we have approval. No meeting necessary. Well, there was a few seconds of thinking. I can remember that. Well, aren't members supposed to live here? I guess. Do we even have a rule book? Maybe we should get one. That's kind of my biggest takeaway from this. Well, she's got a lot going on. Big deal. Well, how can you sing and dance? Like, what's your level on that? Let's see what you got. Asking the important question. Guess that's something. I mean, a lot of us start off at 0, so... I still can't believe this is a thing that's happening. Understandable. I think everything will be fine. Although, now that I think about it, we did see this girl fall twice before she even came here, so... Might not be the most... skillful person. I mean, she's like an airhead klutz kind of character. Wow, okay. Yeah, that'll get her excited. Tamagotchi. I accept you. Can't be doing that. Right. It's pretty crazy. One snowy day. Yeah, there they are. Everything just gets destroyed around them. I almost want to go back to past episodes and see if I can spot her in the audience. Glad you're aware now. No discrimination against zombies here. I appreciate her enthusiasm and passion. What? Is that Zenitsu? Anyway. Yeah, at least one decent. Wow, that's such a good idea. She is certainly an interesting one. Another, yeah. I kind of like it. And most of you weren't even awake for the first performance, so I'm sure she'll do fine. Okay, we're doing a debut. Or her debut. Do your best. Yay. Bum, bum. Bum. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, you gotta train hard. Don't talk while staring at your phone. Or walk, or whatever. I can't read. Good job. I don't know if that's the best idea. You kind of almost died last time you went there. Also, there's among other issues. I mean, we got a traumatized lady when we went to the hot spring. You just watch anime. Get permission to take some zombies to school. Wait, what the heck is happening over there? I mean, I think he did a technique once before. Good question. I mean, we know, yeah, about her struggles. I mean, we learned a little bit about that last season. And then I died. Don't you hate when that happens? The big thing. Well, I mean, eventually. Yeah. For revenge, we just told you. You can't get revenge if you never do it again. It was a rough beginning of the season. Well said. It's okay. I think the point got across. Yeah. What are you thinking? Was that not a good thing? I'm a little confused by her response. New era. There was that picture. Almost like they were laying down together, but didn't get a good look at it. Okay, let's see how our new member does. Let's go. Yeah, she's new. I bet that's, yeah, a real surprise for her friends. Okay, Yui. Quite the lyrics. It actually feels a little bit crowded with her on this age, too. But I mean, hey, she hasn't fallen over or anything, so that's good. Maybe donuts. Why not donuts? And here we go. Considering that was her first time, that was not too bad. Also, our first time performing with My. Okay. Yeah. Very true. That's what I was a little bit worried about. Like, what is she gonna say up here? She's not gonna, like, blow this secret, is she? Oh, wait, really? What, why? Did you not like it after all? I didn't know idol groups had trial periods for new members, but okay. I guess we kind of do. You talk about sudden. Right. I guess I understand. My. And that explains the odd reaction she had to Sakura's words. It was nice to have you as a member, even if it was temporary. Is the Tamagotchi? Yeah, the thingy. And now it's yours. Welcome. Okay, that's good to hear. Although we never did bring up the incident at the end of last episode, so. Imagine getting to be a Franshushu member for a day. You wouldn't forget something like that. Okay, here it is. They're all dead, and yet they're all in Franshushu. Didn't stop it in time, but yeah, preview apparently. I mean, seems like might be a Yuki focus episode next time. But yeah, that was the 7th episode of Zombieland Saga. I almost said 7th episode of Franshushu. That wouldn't have been quite right, but you would have known what I meant, probably. So this episode, I really did not expect what we got this episode. Not Not a tiny bit. Like, we see this character walking around. Like, my very first thought, I don't think he even said it, but my very first thought was, is this like a flashback of how Tai died? Right? Like, I mean, so much we don't know about her. I believe almost anything in regards to her. But no, that's not what it was, right? Her name's Mai, and she was just kind of walking around, and so much of it was so reminiscent of Sakura stuff, the music and everything, the overall kind of vibe, right? So I was kind of expecting there to be a death soon, right? Like, I mean, and I obviously knew that's what I was expecting. That's why they kind of went against that expectation, right? Because we had her, I mean, she initially kind of came across as, yeah, kind of airheaded, klutzy. She trips and falls, breaks her glasses, and called it like a kaleidoscope or something. She's a bit of a silly one, right? And she walks to the bathhouse. Unfortunately, she walks into the male bathhouse because she can't see anything, right? So, and by pure chance, Kotaro happened to be in there. So we got to see him. I mean, yeah, obviously when you see the scenario, the first thing you think is, oh, a girl just died. Kotaro's there. Like, you know, we just bring her back to our place and we have a new friend Shushu member, right? That's kind of the thing. But things went a little bit differently. Like, I mean, it mostly went like that because he brought her back to the base. What would you call it exactly? The clubhouse, the base, the headquarters. Brought it back to our house, right? So everybody was pretty surprised by this sudden thing. Kotaro just being Kotaro. And I mean, the biggest surprise out of everything was the fact that she was still alive. Like, I was sure she was dead and that he was going to bring her back to life. However, like the same way he did the other 5, because we still don't even know how he did that. They haven't explained that at all. So I was kind of hoping we would get to see that here. But then it started to move. My first thought was, oh, I guess he already did the zombification on her. That was what I thought. And it was a really funny scene, though, because, like, they're zombies, and yet they're just so scared of, like, what they think is a zombie. It's a little bit weird, but, yeah. It turns out she was not a zombie. It turned out she was alive. The biggest plot twist of the episode, really, that she was still alive. So Kotaro just kidnapped this random high school girl from the bathhouse, which I'm pretty sure could get you some jail time. But luckily, you know, she didn't tell anyone about what had happened, luckily for Kotaro, because there's that. And the fact that she knows that they're zombies, so she has a lot of dangerous information in her head, so good thing that none of that came out. And also, at least temporarily, we got a new member of the team, which was cool to kind of spice things up, make a new friend. So that was good to see. She was just, most people would not take this overall situation as lightly, as calmly as she did. So we lucked out in several ways in regards to her as the one that we got as a temporary new member. And I doubt that she's on the character list, but like, she sounded like Hanakana to me. I couldn't quite tell. I was never confident enough to say it, but because I knew the voice sounded familiar, like right away I knew that. I couldn't quite decide whether it was Hanakana or not. Like, there's a couple times where she almost sounded like Yuki Aoi, but I'm gonna lean towards her being Hanakana. I couldn't quite tell. But I think so. Not that it matters that much since she's not gonna stick around. But yeah, it was interesting getting to see like a high school, because we obviously don't have much high school stuff here because zombies, they can't really go to high school, I guess. We're in a unit. So she was kind of a chance for us to have a bit of a connection to a high school, which allowed us to have an actual performance at a culture festival, which was pretty cool. Something really different than what we usually did. Didn't stop our usual 2 customers from showing up, though. They still managed to do so. Everyone's so surprised to have a new member, and probably also pretty surprised to have that new member suddenly graduates, so. Also, Saki got a cool little Tamagotchi. That's what it's called, right? Tamagotchi? Something like that, right? Because, I mean, back in Season 1, she talked about how she liked her Tamagotchi, and now she has a new one. So, yeah, overall, definitely a net positive for Saki, for sure. Yeah, I would have been okay with her being a new member. Like, the only downside was, like, it felt really crowded on stage. Right, I think the amount we had before is probably the perfect amount for it to not feel crowded, so it's probably for the best overall that she didn't stick around, but I would have been fine with it if she did. It's kind of what I'm trying to say. She was a fun one. And I mean, her reasons for not sticking around, they make sense, right? Like, you join something that you look up to, and you get, there's this initial excitement, like, wow, I'm a member of the thing, this is so cool. But then you get to know them, you get to hear kind of like what they're all about, their motivations, kind of, once you hear about all that, and then if you kind of get to a point where you're like, that doesn't quite match me, then you kind of like, well, maybe this isn't for me. As cool as it is to be a part of something that I look up to, that I thought was great, you know, maybe it's not for me, at least not yet. So, and then making the decision to get out of it and just kind of live your life to the fullest, the same way they kind of did before dying. You know, it makes sense. I got you. The performance itself was fine. I mean, it wasn't one of the better ones. We had a new member though, so as long as she didn't fall over, I considered it a success. So she didn't fall over, so I can consider it a success. But yeah, definitely not one of the better ones for sure. And yeah, it was pretty funny seeing her friends like really surprised to see her up on stage. Yeah, they were probably not expecting that. Not at all. And yeah, because there was like 2 or 3 points during the episode, I was thinking to myself, are we not gonna touch base on the incident that happened at the end of last episode? But we did at the end of this episode, which I guess kind of makes sense. And he very much came to the conclusion that all those girls are dead. So I mean, it's really not hard to 2 and 2 together to make they're zombies. Like there's really no other explanation. So the question is, yeah, what's the next step now that he's confirmed that? Because, yeah, it is a pretty big coincidence. It would be a pretty big coincidence that 5 girls that all died all joined the same unit, right? So, I mean, that kind of goes past the realm of coincidence. So, even though the zombie idol group sounds pretty crazy and far-fetched, what's that one quote? When you've eliminated the imposter... Wait, I'm going to butcher the quote if I try to say it. But it's about eliminating things, whatever's left must be the correct one. I'm not going to try to get the quote. I'll just butcher it, but yeah, that was the episode. Would have been cool to see get a flashback showing how Ty died. That would have been cool, but we did not get that. We got something very different. Something very, very different. Like, it took a good few minutes for me to even catch up to what was even happening. Like, it was that like out of left field for me. But it was a good episode. I liked it overall, for sure. Really good way to kind of do something new. But anyway, that's all I got to say. So I'm gonna end it off here. Time to look forward to the next episode. Until then, bye. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.